Howdy you guys, welcome back to another one of my videos. Today isn't going to be a daily vlog like normal. It's going to be a nice little sit down talk. And I asked you guys on Instagram what topics you wanted to talk about, and I've gotten supplements, which I'm gonna do a video on supplements as well. But today's video is going to be about my top 4 tips and kind of tricks, I guess, to sticking to your goals and achieving them. Especially since starting prep, I've gotten a lot of questions about how I stay motivated, how I make it to the gym every morning, and just kinds of questions like that. And so I thought this would be a perfect video to do, to just kind of address those and how I'm able to do what I do, why I do what I do. And I basically narrowed it down to the 4 things I think will kind of set you up for success in achieving your goals. So we're gonna get right on into it. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that now, and you can also give it a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. I would really appreciate it. We are getting very close to 2,000 followers, which is or 2,000 subscribers, which is very exciting. So we are gonna get right into it. Thank you for clicking on this video, and let's go on to tip number 1. Okay, so the first tip I have for you guys, which might seem kind of obvious, but I still think it's very relevant and worth mentioning, and that is that you need to set realistic goals for yourself. So if you have a very busy life, if you already work 2 or 3 jobs, or if you have like 2 jobs and you're in school, setting a goal that is going to require you to spend a lot of time doing something else might not be the most realistic. Kind of going to set yourself up for failure if you don't really have a chance at it right from the start. So just be realistic with your goals. If it's like going to the gym, set a goal to go 3 days a week if that's what your time schedule allows, rather than being like, I need to make it to the gym 7 days a week, or I need to, if you want to read more, like I want to read a book once a week. It's like, okay, well, if you don't have time for that, then you're just kind of setting yourself up for failure. So set goals. It's good to have goals that you're going to have to work a little bit harder for, but they still need to be realistic so you are actually able to achieve them. And that's tip number 1. Very obvious, like I said, but I think it's super important. Now, moving on to tip number 2, which I think is personally the most important one out of all of the ones I'm about to say, and that is to create a habit out of whatever it is your goal is like requiring you to do. If your goal is to wake up earlier every single morning, you have to actually make that a habit, and that means doing it consistently. You can't like stick to something during the week and then just kind of throw it out the door and go back to your old ways on the weekends. It goes for eating healthy. You can't really stay clean or like eat healthy all week and then just eat junk food all weekend. It's gonna counterbalance what you're doing during the week, and your body's never gonna get used to it. Same thing with like the sleep. If your body doesn't have a chance to form that habit and get used to waking up early, so it's always going to be a struggle for you at the beginning of the week when you try to get back on your game with that. It goes for working out too. Well, it really goes for everything. Basically, you just have to be able to form a habit of something, and if you keep breaking that habit, it's obviously never going to form, and it's never gonna get easier for you. You're just gonna continue to kind of struggle through whatever it is you're trying to do. Now, a couple examples of this for me was 1, waking up early. I've always been like an early bird. Like I'm kind of a morning person and a night person, just like a day person. I don't have a problem waking up early, but I still never used to get up as early as I do now. I had to kind of force myself to for the first like week or so and get my body used to it, and now my body just wakes up normally, or wakes up on its own kind of. But that only happens because I did it consistently to where it did just form a habit, and I kind of retrained my body. It's a lot easier for me now. I don't struggle most mornings to wake up. Obviously, you're gonna have some mornings where you're like, man, I'm tired. One of my big goals this year is to improve the quality of my YouTube, be way more consistent like I have been. I've been posting almost every single day, daily vlogs. Every once in a while I'll do every other day, but that was a huge goal of mine, and that was something I had to kind of create that habit in. And it's not to say you can't take a break. Like obviously going back to the sleep or the workout or the food thing, like you can definitely have a break in your week. You can set a time, like Sundays I'm gonna have a cheat meal or a refeed meal, or just a meal where I'm not thinking about if it's healthy or unhealthy or counting macros or whatever. Like that's totally fine to do, but just kind of throwing everything out the door and going back to your old habits, that is what I'm saying that you should avoid. obviously it's good to have a break here and there. If you wake up, like I wake up at 4 basically every morning now, and this morning, instead of waking up at 4, I woke up at 5 and went to the gym a little bit later, but it's still good to like train your body to stick to that time schedule, and you can allow yourself a little bit of ease, but you just, I don't think it's ever a really good idea to throw it out the window on a consistent basis. But as far as going back to my YouTube channel, that was something I had to form a habit with, and now it's a lot easier for me. I don't struggle to get footage edited and then post a video every single day. It's just become part of my daily routine, and that's something that I think is huge in order to stick to your goals. And, sorry, something's flying in front of my face. You guys have even noticed and mentioned that you seen my channel is growing a lot more now, and that is me. I haven't achieved my goal because that's not necessarily a goal I will ever achieve. I'm always going to keep resetting the goal to, you know, get better and better and better. But I'm definitely working towards that, and that's only happening because I am staying consistent and I'm staying true to working towards that main goal I have in mind. So that is an example that is related to me and like outside of fitness, kind of going into the next tip I have, which is to set mini goals. Obviously, especially if you set a goal that is completely out of your norm, it can be a little overwhelming, and I think it's really good to set mini goals for yourself. So going back to my YouTube channel, my goal for that, obviously I'm not gonna say, my goal is to hit 1 million subscribers. Like, that would be amazing. That might be my goal way down the road, but I'm not going to, if I just thought of like, man, I just want to get to 1 million, I would be sitting here like, what the heck do I need to create and post? Like, I would be so overwhelmed and wouldn't know where to start. But my thing is, okay, I just need to work on being consistent first, and that will help me get better with editing. It will help me get better with creating content. It will help me get better recording, all of that, and then that's all stuff that will lead up to maybe one day I could achieve that main goal. And I also think it's good to set mini goals just so you can also celebrate your little victories. I've talked about this in a lot of my videos. I think it's very important to step back and like be able to recognize and say like, hey, good job. Like I did this, I'm moving in the right direction. It's very, very healthy for you to do that rather than constantly beat yourself up like, oh, I'm not there yet. It's good to always want to improve, but you need to be able to step back and celebrate those little victories. So that is tip number 3. Celebrate your little victories and set mini goals, just so you break up that one big main goal that can kind of be a little overwhelming sometimes. Now, my 4th and final tip for you guys to sticking to and achieving your goals is just to simply not let others' opinions affect what you're going to do in your life and how you're going to approach your goal and how hard you're going to work at it. I thankfully have a personality where I'm not easily influenced by others, but I know that's not the case for a lot of people, and I know a lot of other people struggle with that. And my best advice is to just really think about what makes you happy and what steps need to be taken to make you even happier or achieve that goal that you want to set that will lead to you even being more happy and fulfilling your life and feeling fulfilled and feeling joy and all of that stuff. Just ask yourself and be realistic with yourself on what you want out of life and how you want to get there and all of that. And then if other people don't agree with it, or if they're going to give you like shit for it, then you don't need them around. Or just be like, respectfully, like, I hear ya, but no thanks, I'm going to keep doing this because it makes me happy. And just always stay true to yourself, stay true to what you enjoy and what makes you happy, and you will be able to achieve everything you want to achieve, and you'll be much happier. How about, are you watching the snow outside? We're watching Buddy this weekend. For those of you who follow my daily vlogs, you already knew that, but he's super cute and it started snowing. He's looking out the window, huh? Reflecting on when you guys ask me how I stay consistent in the gym and like how I make it there every day, because it would seem like such a struggle for other people. Every time you guys ask me that, I've really tried to think about it, because I've been getting asked that a lot. And it's definitely, like I said, my main tip number 2 is just making it a habit. I think that is so, so, so important, because then it won't be a struggle for you. It will just be natural and it will be part of your daily routine. So those are the 4 tips. First off, set realistic goals for yourself so they are actually achievable. 2, form a habit. It's got to be a habit in order for it to come a little easier for you. Set mini goals is the 3rd tip, and then never, ever, 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 ever let other people's opinions of what you're doing or whatever stop you from achieving what you want to achieve. That is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. If you have any other video ideas, like specific topics you would like me to talk about or you have questions over, please comment down below. And if you aren't subscribed, like I said in the beginning, subscribe, join the family. We're growing pretty quick considering how I was going before. And you can give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in the next vlog.